things like debt. How much debt have you got? If it's huge, I mean huge and really, really bad, just let me know from the beginning.
Yeah, but what is from the beginning? You know, they meet you, listen, you know,
tell me the first day.
I've got 10 kids, you know, I'm in 20 grand of debt. You know, it's like, when is the right time?
And you're thinking, well, you know what, I like this girl. And,
yeah, but then the more he may like you, you may feel like, Jesus Christ, if I tell her.
So today we're going to discuss, our question of topic is, do you think you would or should tell your husband, wife or partner all of your fears and or secrets?
Interesting.
Who wants to go first?
I think it should be you though.
Should be me?
Of course.
It's my question, it can't be me. I've read the question. You go first.
Me?
Yeah, you. An audience. She just said she's ready.
Me? Everyone's like me. Tell them everything now, sir. No, I don't think so. Sometimes it's unnecessary. Okay, so everyone that's watched Insecure, yeah? Do you remember when she had the fling that didn't really mean anything? It was like a last minute decision, one night, and because of that, the relationship mash up. And she knew instantly that she'd made a mistake, so was it worth sharing to? Nah, it's not everything you must tell the other person.
Yeah,
you have to use your judgment. You have to use your judgment because it depends on the person, it depends on your partner. If there's somebody that you know will fly off the handle at anything, then is it worth getting them that upset over something? And it depends on what it is. I'm speaking like it's something negative, but
yeah. I mean, I think secrets.
Discretion has to be used on each subject.
But your fears, see, I disagree. Yes. I do disagree with your secrets. Your secrets, I think some secrets you don't tell anybody.
Yeah,
there's some that you just keep for yourself. And there's nothing that I would tell. Let's get this right. That I would tell Paul. No, that I would tell my friend and not have told him.
Yeah,
I
you
think,
know, if you
right?
tell her
So
something, she's gonna share it with her husband.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Paul. Am I gonna tell him everything?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him a lot. Yeah, okay, maybe I do tell him, but he's not gonna take it anywhere. But your fears now, I think you should. I don't see nothing wrong with sharing all your deepest fears.
A secret and a fear, and
they're not the same thing, are they?
Fair, not affair, but a secret and something you're scared of. One of your fears. Is it not the same thing?
No, I don't think so.
Something that you fear is a secret that you've kept.
I think that until
it depends on the consequence. You know what I mean? Because it could be a secret where if it comes out, how bad would the consequence be? You know, would it jeopardize and would it end your relationship? The chances are it would end your relationship.
Well, then you definitely wouldn't tell them. Yeah, you would tell them that.
But then I think flipping it, meeting a partner, and you're dating someone and so forth. There's certain things that I think once it gets into the relationship, I want to know. I don't want to find out when I'm deep in there. And it's things like, for instance, you know, got to be open in this day and age. Are they batting on both sides? You know, no, but things like that. I mean, like I don't want to get deep in a relationship. Next minute, I know that he says, "Well, sometimes I like men, but I like women." You know, that from the beginning, I want to know.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's a choice I would want to make. Am I comfortable with that? So there's certain things like, you know, did they have some sort of abuse problem before, as in like alcohol, gambling issue before, things like that. How many kids that they've got?
That's one thing.
It's not when I'm deep in the relationship they're going to tell me that yes, I've got 20 kids out there, because that would really influence.
How you see them.
You know, even things like debt. How much debt have you got? If it's huge, I mean huge and really, really bad, just let me know from the beginning.
Yeah, but what is from the beginning? You know, they meet you, listen, you know,
tell me the first day.
I've got 10 kids, you know, I'm in 20 grand of debt. You know, it's like, when is the right time?
And you're thinking, well, you know what, I like this girl. And,
but then the more he may like you may feel like, Jesus Christ, if I tell her, you know, I'm
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you like, listen, if this man's got debt, or if man's got debt and he don't tell me, or if he says something that you're thinking, he's thinking, oh my God, if now I bring it up, she ain't going to understand, you know, or she's going to be thinking, you know, you should have told me this from before. If they don't want to lose you, they ain't going to tell you.
This guy told me I had 10 kids and I was like, forget it.
Well, what point?
He told me right at the beginning when we were talking.
Right.
And I
See,
was
he's
like,
a good man.
Yeah.
Not that he's got 10 kids, but he's good to tell
10,
you.
and I think there was
trying to
like
hide
8
them.
different baby mothers. I was like, so when did you think?
But I know I'm always one that says, but 8 children, and I guess
10 children,
10
8
children,
baby
it
mothers.
could be 50. That doesn't.
He
that
wasn't
doesn't-
50.
No, but I'm saying that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. He could have been in a relationship with 8 of those women for 3 years. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily a bad thing.
And was never married to any of them.
Well, that's an alarm bell, anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, so
Red flag.
yeah, big red flag.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you should share. I think you should share
everything.
A lot. Not everything. Not everything.
No, I think you should share a lot, but
I do think, right, one of the things that I would say, I think that younger couples, you should share less. Yeah?
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
Why do you say that?
Yeah.
Because I just think that when you're younger and you're first getting into your first relationships, I think that it doesn't really pay to be too open, because you've got to be sure that the person that you're with is not going to use it against you.
That's true.
Yeah? And the chances are this is not going to be the love of your life. Very few people go from sweetheart to marriage, you know what I mean? So I just think that younger people, you know, it's like you've just got to, and it depends what it is again. I haven't got anything particular in mind, but I think older people, there's not much. I think when you're mature,
like what, your 40s?
30s, 40s, I'm saying that a mature couple are more likely to not be as judgmental as well in people's, you know, secret. It's like, I think young people are so rash, you know, it's kind of like, it's very black and white, depending on what the secret is. I don't
For
know.
me, that translates as any relationship, is that you don't share too much at the beginning. So you need to sort of establish a relationship
and trust.
And trust. And then, you know, you gradually share elements of you and your life with that person.
Trust.
Yeah. So I disagree with you, Cleo, because you've got some young couples that may be in their 20s, say between 20 and 30, and say they've been going out 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, because you've got some people meet in college. And they're still together. So for us, it's probably still a young relationship, but they've still got a few years foundation. So they should have been able to build up their trust in each other to share things. So obviously they're not going to share too much in the initial years, but it's the same as a mature person, I think.
Yeah, no, I do think my advice to my daughter would be just, you know, share what you need to.
What about your son?
Well, my son?
Yeah. Would it be the same advice?
What, when he's young?
No, we said share what you need to.
Because your daughter's younger, you mean?
I think it's a little bit different. As I said, it's
girls.
hard because I'm trying to think of examples in my head.
Okay.
Because,
that's what you need to think of, right?
I think on a general basis, I would say that you need to keep some things to yourself. I wouldn't like to feel that somebody knows everything about me. Yeah, it's like some things are just for me.
For you.
Okay. You know, and they're not necessarily secrets. They're just things I don't want to share.
Things like, you know, how many partners.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, previous partners.
Never discuss it.
I don't think that's none of the business.
Never discuss it.
None of the business.
Nah.
Because you know why I think it's none of the
Well, when
business?
I say...
Because if it's the other way around, to me, men are much more judgmental. So if, for instance, the woman has several, and he might think, whoa, like, this girl, you know, is like whatever. So I don't... Personally, I don't think it's none of the business.
The thing is, what I would say to that, generally speaking, right, I would say that if you haven't had many partners, then you can discuss it because there's nothing to hide.
Yeah, but what?
Yeah?
Who did
But
you
if you think that you've had more than whatever, I don't even know what the acceptable amount is, and I think it differs from generation to generation.
It does.
Then I think that you should be cautious and nah, you know, if it's coming off your hands.
Coming off your finger,
you know. I mean, because I told you they'll use that against you.
They will use that against you. That's what I'm saying.
They'll
To me,
use that against you.
whether
Anyone's
it's
ever
on one
asked
hand
me
or
how
over 10
many-
finger, I don't think it's none of their business.
How many previous partners?
I think maybe it's a generation thing. Like younger people have, I think, multiple partners. Yeah, they do. And I think like without it, like in their 40s, if you heard someone, if you heard that, not me, I'm using me, someone else, someone in their 40s, only to me, but has slept with, if you heard that someone that we knew in the same age as us had slept with, I don't know, 30 guys over a 30-year period, is that a problem? I don't think that, is that a lot?
Listen,
I mean...
They could have slept with 50 guys, could sleep with 100 guys, right? That's up to them, and it doesn't really matter. I'm just saying, don't share it.
Don't share it with the man. Honestly, they will use it against them. They will be judgmental.
You know, because I think anyway you look at it, men,
the men it will be like,
it's okay.
Another notch on
It's
them.
not that different.
No. I think you keep that to yourself. And what does it matter?
No, I don't know. I'm just thinking how you're saying it can be used against you, but I'm thinking if you're in a relationship from the onset, like you want to stay together, you're talking, I don't think that should matter.
It shouldn't matter.
And what I'm saying, it shouldn't, and then you should be able to tell them that. I don't see that.
I think it comes down and depends on the man. I mean,
Of course.
I know this is fiction,
Yeah,
right?
of course,
But you know, in Best Man, Holiday, remember he married the stripper, and then he saw a video of her.
Oh yes.
Vaguely,
You know, like it looked as though
you didn't know she was a stripper.
he knew what he married, but then he later, years afterwards, they've had kids, they're married and everything. He sees this video of her, and she's like going, like when she was in like a stripper days, young days, she's going into this room with this guy putting money into her bra. Yeah. Now, that sort of man, the character that he plays, although he doesn't want obviously people to see that. Yeah. It's embarrassing in that way, but he knows what he's married. It's not like he's thinking he wants to leave her over it. But then, how many men? I mean, first of all, if you were a stripper, doubtful that you're gonna have a meaningful relationship. I don't know. No, that's a silly comment to make. Yeah. Because it depends on the person.
Of course, yeah.
You know, but I think that it doesn't really pay for normal people or just for the average person, not normal. Average people to...
What you say, girl?
It doesn't pay for average women to go and disclose that information.
Vice versa?
What, for the man to? I mean, most women are not going to judge you on that.
Yeah,
it's like it's almost the norm. So...
no,
I wouldn't judge somebody.
What if a man had 200 women? You wouldn't judge them?
No.
How many women do you think ask men how many previous partners?
Well, I don't think our generation, but I think younger people.
And how many men are going to tell the truth anyway?
Yeah, I don't think women are that concerned.
I think men sleep with a lot of women, or
I think we accept that.
Exactly. That if they're sleeping out there, that
it's the norm. It's almost the norm, sort of thing, or. Even if it's not the norm, you expect that it may have happened, that they may have had a dozen or more. So it's like, it's not even questioned.
So then, so back to the question then. Why would you not tell them? You've said they can use it against you, but that's all you've said. They can use it against you. But in what respect?
No, but I'm saying as well, I just think as well, you should keep things for yourself. I think you and what's happened to you in the whole of your entire life is not an open book. And just like, this is how I see it. And if I'm to tell this one man every single thing about me, and then that doesn't work out, and then you go to the next man and he knows everything about you. It doesn't, I just don't think it works like that. I think, yes, if you're with somebody in a long-term relationship, you will kind of give more as you're in that relationship and you trust that person more and it's more long term. But then certainly I'm not, and especially as I said, when you're younger, think to yourself, anything that
very much depends on the person that's receiving the information at the end of the day.
It does, Nadia. But then I think that younger people are not always responsible, and when they're angry or they're hurt about something and they want to get back at people, I think that they will say things that they know that's going to hurt you.
Recently, or within the last year, do you remember there was a particular DJ washing his dirty laundry on? So he's a person of our age, and yet it was like I don't know, some mini series on TV. So it doesn't matter what age they are. Things could still be used. That person, so a man in his 50s, right? In his 50s, with several partners, and they have some disagreement, and all their laundry being washed for everybody to know what was going on in that relationship. Now that could as well been some little 20-year-olds. So it depends on the maturity of the people. Yes, it doesn't matter about the age.
But Nordia, imagine if he said to the girl that he was with, like, a worst fear would be somebody like, you know, if me and them split up, just like going out on social media and just embarrassing me. You know, I don't like to be embarrassed.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, now that they've split up, I know that's what he was really saying. It's like I just think if it's not something that, if it's a fear, unless you're trying to overcome it with your partner or you want to do something about it, what's the point of putting it out there?